My name is Savannah, and I'm one of the head mentors in charge of planning orientation for this year. I, along with my co-head mentor Tyson and our virtual Res Life team, have put together a short program for this weekend. Before we get started here, we would like to ask that all students who aren't speakers or are people in attendance who aren't speaking, please mute yourself so that we don't have any unwanted interruptions. To kick off this weekend, we have a wonderful array of esteemed speakers lined up to welcome you all into the MUD community. We will begin with hearing from Vice President of Admission and Financial Aid, Kira Briggs.
Thank you, Savannah. So welcome to all of you. So however this day happens every year, it is still one of my absolute favorite days because the Office of Admission and Financial Aid is in the very privileged position of being able to know you better than anyone else at MUD, and we can't wait for the rest of the community to see how amazing you are. So before I begin to tell you how amazing you are, I did want to take a moment to acknowledge the role that your parents, guardians, families, friends, and supporters have played in getting to you to this point. So to all of you who have supported the class of 2024, we thank you, and I'm sure that your students do as well. So now you, the Harvey Mudd class of 2024, were chosen from a pool of 3,397 applications. And your class consists of 209 first-year students. I will also point out that 3 transfer students will be joining the community as well, and so welcome to you also. By all numerical standards, you are truly one of the most talented classes to enter Harvey Mudd, but as we reassured you during the application process, at Harvey Mudd you will be far more than just a number. I will mention a few numbers, however. You are from 8 countries and 28 states. The states with the highest representation include California, not surprisingly, Washington, New York, and Massachusetts. And in reading through your applications to learn more about you, I learned some pretty interesting things about this class. We have some new names for the first time in my history popping up this year among our most popular. This year, the most popular names are Allison, Sydney, Kevin, and William. 4 of you have at least one parent who attended MUD, and 3 of you have a sibling who is attending or attended MUD. In 2 days this coming year, we'll see 4 of you sharing birthdays. That would be May 6th and November 5th. And I will also point out that one of you had a birthday yesterday and one of you has a birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to both of you. Your activities jumped out to me as well. As is typical for us, many of you could dominate the cross-country world, play several concertos, and build robots that will do just about anything. But an equal number of you, and in some cases the very same students, have spent time working to make your high school and home communities places that are supportive and welcoming to all, and to make the world around you more aware of the social injustices that are denying or limiting opportunities for so many. Most remarkable to me, however, and clearly to all of your recommenders, was that despite your talents that often put you academically head and shoulders beyond your peers, you are to a person interested in working with others, collaborating on ideas, and supporting each other in your challenges and accomplishments. It was these traits, as much as your academic skills and abilities, that convinced us that you would thrive in Harvey Mudd's environment of rigor and encouragement, where you are guaranteed to take your work, but not necessarily yourselves, seriously. One student's answer to the question about what attracted her to Harvey Mudd perhaps said it best. When I got to Harvey Mudd, I knew I had found my home and my people. I'll be honest, when we were admitting you in February, we were looking to see if you had all the abilities, characteristics, and attitude to not only be successful at MUD, but to thrive. We were not considering whether you had what it would take to thrive at MUD when you actually weren't physically at MUD. However, what I've discovered in going through your applications over the summer is that in so many ways, it is the traits that we saw in you that suggested to us that you would be successful at the college, that you encourages us that you will be wonderful over the next few months, even in this new setting. We saw in all of you a desire for excellence, but only if it allowed you to bring everyone else along with you. We saw in all of you a resourcefulness in realizing that whatever limitations you found only made you more committed to creating opportunities for yourself and others. And we saw in all of you a fierce desire to be part of a community that is something bigger than yourselves, but where you know your impact could be felt. In short, you'll be just fine because you are joining a community of students, faculty, staff, and alumni who have always felt the same way. To quote another one of your classmates, I've realized there's more to life than working out the value of X. I didn't know it yet, but my love for math was the result of the comfort created by the presence of a solution to all problems. I want to improve the quality of lives of others, even if that entails attempting to answer problems with no single right answer. I think the future is in good hands with the Harvey Mudd class of 2024. We are thrilled that each of you is joining the community. If we had enough time, and I wouldn't be too creepy, I would like nothing better than to tell each of you why we knew that you belonged at Harvey Mudd. And Harvey Mudd is above all a community where all members as they join make a difference. And we can't wait to see the difference that each of you will make. So thank you.
Thank you, Tira. Next, we will hear from our Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, Dr. Anna Gonzalez.
Thanks, Savannah. Before I begin my short remarks, I want to take this time to thank our head mentors, Savannah and Tyson, as well as the Division of Student Affairs staff who were charged with organizing orientation events for our new Mudders. Families, thank you for supporting your Harvey Mudd students. I know that their educational journey would not have led them here without your encouragement and support. Thank you for the honor and privilege you gave to me, our staff, and faculty for working with them. First-year students, transfer students, and families, welcome to Harvey Mudd College. In my almost 30 years of working in higher education and taking part in welcoming new students, this fall is indeed the most unique. For one thing, instead of having all of us in one room seeing each other, you're instead watching me and my colleagues speak with you through this computer. This is not the college experience you imagined it to be, nor is this the fall opening I ever imagined seeing. And yet here we are experiencing this worldwide pandemic together as one community. Our Mudd community is indeed none like any other that I have experienced or seen. Our students, faculty, and staff care for one another. We celebrate one another's triumphs, comfort each other when needed, and learn from our failures. And during these last 5 months, we learned to not let the perfect get in the way of the good. All of this is the Mudd magic that some of you may have heard of. I remember when I first interviewed at Mudd, people kept telling me that this campus is magical. Magic is defined as the power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. At Harvey Mudd, our magic is not a mystery. To me, Mudd magic is our commitment to impact our society by using our knowledge and skills as scientists, artists, philosophers, and humanitarians in order to transform our world into a better place. This fall, we will use our Mudd magic to thrive in our environment, even though it is not where we plan to be. We will learn to work together and collaborate with one another. We will make new friends, find mentors, make connections, have fun, work on PSETs, attend Friday night trivia, go to dorm meetings, and possibly even go to a virtual party despite not being on our beloved campus. This fall, we will not let our inability to be in the same physical space define who we all are as Mudders. Building our community can happen wherever a Mudder is at, in Claremont, in Shanghai, in Denver, in Boston, in Kenya, in Milwaukee, in Honolulu, in Portland. Indeed, this fall, our community will be everywhere. Students who work with me know that I am a great optimist. I believe in our students, and I believe that because of what we have experienced together in 2020, your cohort will not only thrive, you will be the leaders that my generation is hoping for to create a more sustainable, equitable, and caring world, because you are Mudd magic. Thanks, everyone. Welcome to Mudd.
Thank you so much, Dr. G. Next up, we will have Vice President and R. Michael Shanahan, Dean of Faculty, Lisa M. Sullivan, speak to us.
Thank you. It is wonderful to have the chance to greet all of you. I'm delighted to add my welcome and that of the faculty to the many that you're receiving. We are about to embark on an extraordinary moment in the history of the college. But I can tell you that such moments are exactly what Mudd was built for, and we are excited to welcome you as partners this fall. I know that this weekend we are all thinking about different aspects of the semester to come, but I can tell you that the faculty are thinking about Monday morning and the beginning of the first entirely remote semester in the history of the college. They are, probably as some of you are, both anxious to get going and just plain anxious that all will go well in the new learning environment that we'll share. So when I asked my colleagues what they'd like me to tell you today, I heard a lot about innovation, collaboration, and communication. You'll have the chance to hear much more about all of these things when classes meet next week, but I wanted to give you 3 snapshots. First, faculty are leaning into the ways in which remote learning, completely unexpectedly to many of us, can lower barriers. This can be a coincidental effect as some of us, and perhaps some of you, share bits of our lives as we Zoom. our kids, our cats, our workspaces, our hobbies, our favorite foods and mugs, how well we clean, how well we don't. All of these things enhance our ability to see a little bit of each other. But there are other ways as well in which remote learning has actually brought us closer. A Zoom seminar that gives everyone a level seat at the table, students and faculty. The virtual writing center, office hours, tutoring programs saw upticks in usage in the spring semester as it became easier to drop by as the barriers dropped. We expect to see faculty rolling out many more of these opportunities in the fall semester to take advantage of some of those things that remote modalities actually do best. And second, innovation. Few of your faculty, instructors committed to a residential liberal arts model of learning, had ever imagined teaching exclusively through remote modalities when we abruptly transitioned to them in the spring. But the upheaval has given us all a chance to look at our teaching and our discipline through fresh eyes. Through the summer, in part through an extensive summer program that we offered, we have been learning together with colleagues across the globe about best practices. Expect to see the fruits of that innovation in your classes next week as we blend strategies together in ways that showcase our materials and make the best of the time that we spend together, connected. Finally, collaboration. As I've greeted new students in previous years, I've mentioned the great premium that we place on collaboration among students. One of the things we most want our graduates to take away from MUD is a sense of the power of teamwork. That collaboration will be all the more important and valuable in the coming year as we work together, students and faculty as collaborators, to learn as challenges may continue to unfold in the world around us. I'm grateful that MUD's strong honor code gives us a platform for particularly effective collaboration. That honor code allows faculty to give you freedoms and responsibilities that benefit the collaborative learning we undertake together. Education starts with trust. We're excited to be in that new collaboration that will for us be Monday morning. It will be different times for many of you. And we eagerly await the day when we can greet each other as we're accustomed to on this campus that is so special to all of us. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dean Sullivan. Our final welcome speaker is our esteemed HMC President, Maria Clave. President Clave.
Thanks, Tyson, and thanks, Savannah, for being head mentors for this orientation. So I'm delighted to see that we actually have 129 attendees, Dr. G. So we got over the 100 barrier in the last couple of minutes. The first thing I want to say is I apologize for the late notice that we wouldn't be able to have students on campus. We were really hopeful until 8 days ago that we were going to be able to have about 500 students on campus, including almost all of you. And the LA County Department of Public Health changed the guidelines just over a week ago. And there just simply wasn't time to try and get a waiver from them, even though we had a really safe plan in place that everyone here at MUD had just invested an incredible amount of effort into. So one thing I want to promise you is we're going to try very hard working with the Department of Public Health over the next several weeks to make sure that we can have you here in person for the next semester. Now, can I actually really promise we'll be successful? Absolutely not. I think the thing we've learned with this pandemic is things are unpredictable. And even when we think we have approval from the state and from the county, it can change at a moment's notice. But we're going to work really hard to do it. And let me explain why. As you all know, we value collaboration. And one of the things we learned from our students when they went home in the middle of March last semester is many of them found it just really, really hard not having their peers beside them to encourage them, to motivate them, and to just lend to the general excitement about learning that is part of day-to-day environment at Harvey Mudd College. Now, even though, as everyone else has told you, even though we can't have you here on campus, I have never seen a community that is as good at making people feel valued over things like Zoom and Google Meet. And a part of that is just our community values. We love our students. We love our faculty. We love our staff. And we put enormous amount of energy into making our students feel that love and that support. I was talking about to a couple of people on a board I'm on. The board is Glowforge. It's a startup. Its founder is a mother, Dan Shapiro, who graduated in 97. And we were talking about the fact that they had just managed to land a new employee whom they really, really, really wanted. And she is Malous Gassarian, and she graduated about 4 years ago. And they were just over the top excited about having been able to hire her. And one of the other board members, there's only 4 of us on the board. There's 2 venture capitalists. I'm the first independent board member, and there's also the CEO himself, Dan Shapiro. And we were talking about why mothers are so important. And it's not just because they really understand science, technology, engineering, math incredibly well. It's because they're also really well versed in humanities, social sciences, and the arts. It's because they know how to work with others really effectively in teams. It's because they can write really well and give oral presentations really well. And as Dan and I, as both people who totally love MUD, were going crazy talking about how wonderful MUD alumni are, one of the other board members said, well, I have a son and he's going to go to college in a year. Can he go to MUD? And I said, well, of course, if he's the right kind of person to fit at MUD, he has to be very hardworking and very humble. And he needs to love math, science, and engineering and humanities and the arts and social sciences. And his dad is going, yeah, Sam is just like that. So maybe a year from now, Sam will be with us. The important message that I want to give all of you, of course, this is not the beginning of your education at MUD that we're hoping for. But I think you're going to be absolutely astounded by how wonderful it is all the same. You're going to make friends. You're going to be inspired by the faculty. You're going to have incredible kinds of networking activities and games and all kinds of other things from our staff. If you want to, you can do a Zoom call with me. I love talking to students, and all you have to do is just email me. It's my last name, clave@hmc.edu, and we'll set one up. So for once, if you're in London, if you're in Kenya, if you're in Shanghai or Chengdu or wherever you are, you can still get to know me and I can get to know you. And I think I speak for absolutely every single person who is here at MUD. We are all here because we want to help our students grow. Not just grow in terms of their depth of understanding of things, but grow as a human being. And we take such pride in just the kinds of people that come to attend MUD and who graduate from MUD. Now, for those of you who are parents or other family members, I just want to say, you can be really sure that your son or daughter is going to have an amazing experience. And we are a college that really believes in being a family that includes parents and family members as well as students as part of our community. So you're going to have a chance to interact with us. I really hope that by next February, we can have family weekend and actually have you here on campus together with students. But whatever turns out for this year, you're going to find a community that embraces your student, that is incredibly happy that your student is part of our community and has enormous aspirations and expectations for the person your student will grow into while they're with us for the next 4 years. So I look forward to the moment when we get to actually see each other in person. I look forward from getting emails from any of you who would like to do a Zoom call sometime over the next few weeks, because I do love talking to students and getting to know them. I look forward to hearing from you how you like your courses. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a really good time. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be supported. And I think the last thing I'll just say is, please don't forget to ask for help. I will talk about this probably a little bit more at Convocation next Tuesday. But the one thing about MUD is every single person in this community, including me, needs to ask for help on a regular basis. And asking for help is one of the strengths that you will develop as you are here. And it's something you will take out into the world as you go forward after you graduate from MUD. So welcome, everybody. We are thrilled to have the new students with us. We can't wait to interact with you. We're going to have tons of fun. We're going to find ways of having joy in spite of being stuck on computers. And thank you to everyone for having come to MUD.
Thank you so much, President Clave. And once again, thank you to all of our wonderful speakers, Tara Briggs, Dr. Anna Gonzalez, Dean Lisa Sullivan, and President Clave. We truly are also grateful for each of you for sticking it with us, especially through the slight technical problems we had at the beginning. One of the perks of being online this fall. We are super excited. Up next is our roster signing ceremony. Please take the time now to migrate to the roster signing ceremony Zoom link, which should have been on the orientation schedule Google Doc emailed to all new students yesterday afternoon. We'll begin as soon as possible. Thank you again for attending the welcome ceremony, and we'll see you in roster signing.